ಮಲಯಾಳಂ ಸೂಪರ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ ಗ್ರೇಟೆಸ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಆಲ್ ಟೈಮ್ ಪೃಥ್ವಿರಾಜ್ ಸುಕುಮಾರನ್ ಅವರು ಈಗ ನನ್ನ ಜೊತೆ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಸೊ ಗೋಟ್ ಲೈಫ್ ಸಿನಿಮಾ ಮೂಲಕ ಕೆಲವೇ ದಿನಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಮುಂದೆ ಬರ್ತಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಸೊ ಬ್ಯಾಂಗ್ಳೂರಿಗೆ ಬಂದಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ನಮ್ಮ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕಕ್ಕೆ ಬಂದಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಸೊ ಅವ್ರು ನನ್ನ ಜೊತೆ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಇದಾಗ ಅವ್ರನ್ನ ಮಾತಾಡ್ಸೋಣ ಸಿನಿಮಾದ ಬಗ್ಗೆ, ಸೊ ಸಿನಿಮಾದ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೀರಿಯನ್ಸ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ, ಸಿನಿಮಾದಲ್ಲಿ ಸಾಕಷ್ಟು ಇಂಟ್ರೆಸ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ವಿಷಯಗಳಿದೆ, ಅದೆಲ್ಲದ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಅವ್ರನ್ನ ಮಾತಾಡ್ಸೋಣ. ಹಾಯ್ ಸರ್, ವೆಲ್ಕಮ್ ಟು ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ. ಸುಕುಮಾನು
ಸುಗಮ್
ಓಕೆ ಸರ್, ಗೋಟ್ ಲೈಫ್ ನಾನು ನೋಡಿದೆ ಟ್ರೈಲರು, ತುಂಬ ಇಂಟೆನ್ಸಿವ್ ಆಗಿದೆ. ಅಫ್ಕೋರ್ಸ್ ಅಂದಸೆ ಕೊಯ್ ಬಹರ್ ನಾ ಜಾಸಕ್ಕೆ, ಅದನ್ನು ನಾನು ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಳಬೇಕು, ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಹೇಳಬೇಕು ಅಂತಂದರೆ ಅಫ್ಕೋರ್ಸ್ ಪೃಥ್ವಿರಾಜ್ ಸುಕುಮಾರನ್ ಸಿನಿಮಾಗಳು ಬರ್ತಿದೆ ಅಂತ ಅಂದರೆ ಥಿಯೇಟರ್ ಒಳಗಡೆಯಿಂದ ಯಾರೂ ಮುಗಿಯೋವರೆಗೂ, ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ ಆಗೋವರೆಗೂ ಥಿಯೇಟರಿಂದ ಆಚೆ ಹೋಗೋದೇ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಡಿಡ್ ಯು ಅಂಡರ್ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡ್?
I think I caught a bit of it, but I'm not able to understand fully. I've only started understanding Telugu. Now, a couple more, maybe if I do a film in Kannada, maybe I'll understand Kannada now, yeah.
Okay. अंदर से कोई बाहर ना जा सके means आप like watching your movies, no one will go out of the theater.
Well, I hope so. I hope nobody ever walks out of a theater when watching a film of mine. But in terms of why contextually that line is there in this trailer is because, of course, this is a true story, as you know. And it's a true story of a man who, through a series of unfortunate circumstances, gets stuck in the middle of a desert in the early 90s. And when Najib, the protagonist, first reaches the place in the desert that he gets stuck in, he sees someone else already there doing the work that now he is supposed to do. And that man is very old and frail, and he's got a long beard. And the fear strikes Najib that that is what he will eventually become. So just to gauge what has been happening, he asks that man, like, what is your name? And he realizes that man does not remember his name. And then he asks him, how long have you been here? And that also he doesn't remember. And the only thing that he sort of tells him in reply is that he sings this song. He's a Hindi speaking man. He sings this song, Andar se koi bahar na ja sake, and just walks away. So it's a very haunting line for Najib to hear. So which is why we put that in the trailer. And also, like, the trailer doesn't have any dialogues because the film is like that. The film is not about language. This is not a film where from the beginning to end there's a lot of speaking going on. So yeah, which is why contextually that line is there.
ನೀವೇ ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲಿ ಡಬ್ಬಿಂಗ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀರಾ ಅಂತ ಕೇಳ್ಪಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೀನಿ. ಸೊ ಈ ಒಂದು ವರ್ಡ್ನ ಏನು ಹೇಳಿರ್ಬೋದು ಪೃಥ್ವಿರಾಜ್ ಸರ್? ಏನಾದರೂ ನೆನಪಿದೆಯಾ ಯಾವುದಾದ್ರೂ ವರ್ಡ್ ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲಿ ಡಬ್ಬಿಂಗ್ ಮಾಡಿರೋದು?
Word, yeah. I mean, I think I'm in that sense blessed to be able to enunciate languages, but I'm sure my Kannada is not perfect, nowhere near perfect. But I had a coach who used to correct my lines and my intonation, my modulation and all that. But I thought it was very important that I make the attempt of lending my own voice in every language, even for Salar, because usually when actors dub in multiple languages, more often than not, it will just be their home language and then maybe Hindi and Tamil, maybe Telugu, I've realized that many films that have happened in all 5 languages, very few actors have dubbed for themselves in Kannada. So I was very keen that I want to dub in Kannada, which is why in Salar also I dubbed in Kannada. And I'm sure my Kannada is not perfect. And I'm sure people watching the film are intelligent enough to know that he's not from Karnataka and he's making an honest attempt. But having said that, I believe that it is that the voice and how you modulate and how your voice lends itself to the lines you're speaking is a large part of your performance. And I don't want to lose control of that and give it to someone else.
You were a legend for challenging roles and experiment roles. So how much it was challenging this role, because this is a real based story?
For multiple reasons, this I think would be my most challenging role ever. Because one, the role in itself is so complex and it has got so much of complexity in it for me to tackle as an actor. Secondly, the whole physical effort associated with the role is immense because I had to go through a drastic physical transformation to play the 2 stages of the character. And the film is shot in real locations, in real deserts, in real climatic conditions. So it was easily the toughest film I've ever done. And I think it definitely is the most challenging role I have done. I hope people enjoy it. Yeah.
Another thing is, just I saw you will lose weight for this movie 30 kgs. Transformation is 3 shades, I think. So how was that challenging? Then Corona time that also. How was it?
Yeah, I mean, the physical transformation was very challenging. I mean, this was not a transformation that required you to go to the gym and make a six pack, that I have done before. But this was a transformation that required you to look like a person who did not have enough food. And that basically meant that I should do the same thing, not have enough food. So I was just not eating for the longest time. And yeah, I ended up losing 31 kilos. And I'm very proud that I was able to do it, that I was able to achieve it, and I'm very happy that the film that I've put in that effort for is this film. Yes, the toughest part of it was that I had to do it twice because, like you said, I went through the whole physical transformation. We started shooting the portions for which I needed to look thin, and then the international lockdown happened following the COVID-19 pandemic, and the shoot had to be eventually suspended for almost 1.5 to 2 years. So obviously during that whole time period, I couldn't maintain such a weak physique. So I had gotten back to eating some food and all that. But then eventually, when we were able to regroup and start shoot again, I had to go through the whole process once more and lose the weight once more. So the toughest part of it was that I had to do it twice. Yeah.
You are doing a role in Najib. So did you think about him like he's surviving desert and anything? Uh, is there any you think about Najib once, like while shooting, how
Obviously, I
much he
think
survived? Like
yeah, I thought about him every day, every moment I thought of him. And the fact that the real Najib experienced all this in his real life was the biggest driving force behind the performance and the making and everything. Of course, I thought of him.
okay, first time you are going to do with this is combination of Blessy sir and Rahman sir, music.
Rahman sir, I've
Yeah.
worked with before. Yeah, yeah.
How was the experience in this movie?
Amazing because it's a film that has a very, very important music scape to it. Music plays almost like a character in the film, and the songs are already a big hit. And I love the background score also of the film. And when we started out with the film, we were very keen on getting Rahman sir because we wanted world class talents to be involved in the making of this film. And we are very happy that he said yes to it and that he got so involved with the film. And his contribution towards what is the final product is invaluable for us.
ಹೊಂಬಾಳೆ ಫಿಲ್ಮ್ಸ್ ಕೂಡ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಜೊತೆ ನಿಂತಿದೆ, ಸಪೋರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದೆ. ಸೊ ಏನು ಹೇಳೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಬಯಸ್ತೀರಿ? ಇವತ್ತು ವಿಜಯ್ ಕಿರಗುಂದು ಸರ್ ಬರ್ತಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಸೊ ಲೈಕ್ ಇನ್ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ಪೃಥ್ವಿರಾಜ್ ಅವ್ರನ್ನ ಇವಾಗ ನಾವು ನೋಡಿದ್ರೆ ಲೈಕ್ ವಿ ಸೆಡ್ ವರದರಾಜ್ ಮನಾರ್, ಲೈಕ್ ವಿ ಕಾಲ್ ವರದರಾಜ್ ಮನಾರ್. ಸೊ
Yeah, Hombale films are now my long-term associates. Like every Hombale film that releases in Kerala, I release it through my company. And also, I mean, I'm acting, of course, in Salar. That is a Hombale production. I'm directing a film for Hombale. And Vijay Kirigandur sir is a very good friend of mine now. And, I truly believe that Hombale films are one of the most enterprising filmmakers in the country today, if not the world. And Vijay Kirigandu's aspirations and his vision for cinema is very inspirational. I mean, I look up to him. He's a very brave, very enterprising producer with a genuinely true love for cinema. So yeah, it's a privilege that Hombale Films is distributing the film and presenting the film in Karnataka. And they did it out of trust and love for me, I know, because I just made a phone call and said I wanted to do it, and they said, of course, we are doing it. Yeah.
ಹೊಂಬಾಳೆ ಫಿಲ್ಮ್ಸಿಂದನೂ 29th ಯುವ ಸಿನಿಮಾ ಬರ್ತಿದೆ. ಸೊ ನಿಮ್ಮದು 28th ದ ಗೋಟ್, ಬಟ್ ದೇ ಆರ್ ಸಪೋರ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಯು. ಸೊ ಏನು ಹೇಳೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಬಯಸ್ತೀರಿ?
No, my biggest wishes for Yuva. I'm sure Puneet would have been proud today. And I from the time the film was conceived, Yuva was conceived, they had told me that they're doing this, and it's just a coincidence that both these films happen to be releasing close to each other. But I'm also assuming that what a fantastic portfolio then it would be. That for Hombale Films, one day they are releasing a film like this, and the next day they are releasing Yuva. And I wish the entire team of Yuva all the very best. And I really hope, pray, and deep down I think I know that it could potentially be the beginning of a new big star for Kannada cinema. So I'm looking forward to it.
ಪೃಥ್ವಿ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಕನ್ನಡ ಆ್ಯಕ್ಟರ್ಸ್ ಜೊತೆ ಬ್ರದರ್ಹುಡ್ ಫೀಲಿಂಗ್ ಏನಾದರೂ ಇದೆಯಾ? ಯಾರ ಜೊತೆ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ ಅಂದರೆ?
Well, I mean, I know pretty much. I know Yash, of course. I know Rakshit, Rishabh. Both of them I've spoken to personally. I know Shivraj Kumar sir. I've met him and I've had the privilege of knowing him. Then yeah, I mean, I've not done Kannada cinema, so maybe if I do a film, I'll get to know more people. Yeah.
ಯಾವಾಗ ಕನ್ನಡ ಸಿನಿಮಾ ಬರ್ಬೋದು ನಿಮ್ಮಿಂದ? ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ನಾವು ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಕನ್ನಡ ಸಿನಿಮಾದಲ್ಲಿ ನಿಮ್ಮನ್ನು ನೋಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಅಂದ್ಕೊಂಡು, ಅಫ್ಕೋರ್ಸ್ ಸಲಾರ್ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಕನ್ನಡ ಸಿನಿಮಾ, ಪ್ರಶಾಂತ್ ನೀಲ್ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಷನ್, ಬಟ್ ಆದರೂ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಕನ್ನಡ ಸಿನಿಮಾದಲ್ಲಿ ನಿಮ್ಮನ್ನು ನೋಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಕಾಯ್ತೀನಿ.
Yeah, I mean, I've been offered films, but unfortunately, either my time did not work out, or the script didn't appeal to me. So for multiple reasons, I have not been able to do a Kannada film. I hope somebody offers me a good script. Yeah.
ಯಾಕೆ ಗೋಟ್ ಲೈಫ್ ಸಿನಿಮಾ ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ನೋಡಬೇಕು ಆಡಿಯನ್ಸು? ಈಸ್ ದೇರ್ ಎನಿ ಮೆಸೇಜ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ವಾಟ್ ಆರ್ ದ ಹೈಲೈಟ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಮೂವಿ?
Well, I mean, the highlight that is that it is one of Malayalam cinema's biggest ever films, and the size is just secondary. What is truly a standout in terms of what the film is about is that it is based on a life that somebody really lived, and it is an incredible true story that is just it's unbelievable that somebody could live through this and experience this and fight through this and survive to tell the tale to the world. And yeah, it's a passion project, not just for the team involved. I think for the whole of the industry, people now look at it as a project that sort of is pushing our ambitions, and I hope cinema lovers in all other states, and in fact all over the world, the film resonates with them, and they like what they're seeing.
2008 it started the goat life. 16 years took the time. So we listen Hollywood films only, they take 16 years 12 years to do one movie. I thought I listen Castaway, they do some more years to do that film. Like now in Indian films also they are doing, they will take time, they will give good films like that, everyone is telling.
Well, I mean, when we started out with the film, we never anticipated it is going to take 16 years. We thought it will be much shorter. But unfortunately, due to multiple circumstances, and also because our vision for the film was so ambitious, Blessy's vision for the film was so ambitious and big, it took a long time to be able to finally start shoot. And then, of course, when we started shoot, in between our schedules, the pandemic happened. So all put together, it eventually became a 16-year-long journey. But I guess every film has its own journey to be traveling through. And in a way, I'm happy that finally when it is releasing at a time when, this business of cinema has evolved enough for us to give this film such a big release. And in general, I think Malayalam cinema is going through a great phase, and people are looking out for the next Malayalam release. And the next big Malayalam release is this. So I hope, people come to the theatres and watch the film and they like the film, yeah.
Your connection with the Bangalore and Karnataka, do you like any food here?
Yeah, I love the food here. I love benna dosa and all that. Yeah. Plus, Bangalore is where Hombale and Prashant are. So I come here quite often for work trip, for meeting them, for discussions. Yeah.
ಹೇಗಿರುತ್ತೆ ಸಲಾರ್ 2 ಅನ್ನೋದು ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಕ್ಯೂರಿಯಾಸಿಟಿ. ಸೊ ವರದರಾಜ್ ಮನ್ನಾರ್ ಇನ್ನೆಷ್ಟು ಆರ್ಭಟಿಸ್ತಾರೆ ಪ್ರಭಾಸ್ ಆಪೋಸಿಟ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಎಲ್ರಿಗೂ ಒಂದು ಕ್ಯೂರಿಯಾಸಿಟಿ ಇದೆ. ಸೊ ಅದ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ.
Yeah, well, I mean, you already know that Salar 2 is going to be about how the two best friends turn enemies. So, but what happens that leads to those circumstances is what will be interesting in the film. We are going to start shoot very soon, and it's a massive film. It's a very, very ambitious film. Let's see.
ಪೃಥ್ವಿರಾಜ್ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಏನಾದರೂ ಕನ್ನಡ ವರ್ಡ್ಸ್ ಬರುತ್ತಾ? ಅದರ್ವೈಸ್ ನಾನು ಹೇಳ್ಕೊಟ್ರೆ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರಾ ಅಂತ.
I don't know. I can't recreate Kannada words because, like I said, I have not conversed in Kannada. Salar we shot in Telugu. So through the making of the film, I was saying my Telugu lines and all that. Maybe because of that process, I'm able to sort of understand Telugu a bit more now. Kannada I've only dubbed. So when you're dubbing, you're in a dubbing studio just reading the words of the script and checking with the dialogue coach and then matching the intonation and saying it. So no, I can't recreate Kannada words. Hopefully, like you said, maybe some director will offer me a good Kannada film and I'll do a Kannada film. Then my Kannada will get better. Yeah.
I will tell you.
Okay.
ಎಲ್ಲ
ಕನ್ನಡಿಗರೇ ಹೇಗಿದ್ದೀರಾ?
ನಾನು
ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿದ್ದೀನಿ. ನಾನು ಆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿರೋ
ಗೋಟ್ ಲೈಫ್ ಸಿನಿಮಾ ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲಿ ಆಡು ಜೀವಿತಂ 28th ಸಾರಿ ಇದೇ 28th ಮಾರ್ಚ್ ಬಿಗ್ ಸ್ಕ್ರೀನ್ಗೆ ಬರ್ತಿದೆ. ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಮಿಸ್ ಮಾಡದೆ ನೋಡಿ. ಸೊ ಡು ಯು ವಾಂಟ್ ಟು ಸೇ ಎನಿಥಿಂಗ್ ಫಾರ್ ಕನ್ನಡ ಪೀಪಲ್?
Well, I mean, I hope the film audience, cinema audience and film lovers all across Karnataka go to the theatres on 28th and watch Aadajivitham. We have made a lot of efforts to make sure that the Kannada version also is as good as we can get it. But one thing is that I truly believe this film is beyond languages, that you will understand why when you see the film. It's a very ambitious film. It's a passion project, like I said. And do watch the film, and I look forward to hearing your feedback.
One thing I have to say, day by day, Malayalam movies are increasing here. Much bigger market here. So Manjimal Boys are here also. It was blockbuster movie, and your movies also. Someone is said now only 2 lakhs tickets are already sold out in Kerala. So here also people love to watch Malayalam movies. What you want to say?
Well, I'm glad that Malayalam cinema is finally expanding its market, and we are finding new avenues for our theatrical, business. And I hope that it continues. I hope that it continues because Kannada cinema, Telugu cinema, Tamil cinema have all already started out on that journey. You're actually speaking to the biggest distributor of Kannada cinema in Kerala. Nobody's distributed more Kannada films than I have in the recent past in Kerala. So I hope the opposite also happens. And I hope that Goat Life takes that process one step ahead.
You like to direct any Kannada movie because your Lucifer cinema also big hit here.
Yeah, so even for direction, it's a craft that is, the language doesn't matter. Of course, it's important that you understand the language. So when I direct a film in Kannada, eventually I'll make sure that I understand Kannada first. Yeah.
ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು ಸೋ ಮಚ್. ಆಲ್ ದಿ ಬೆಸ್ಟ್ ಫಾರ್ ಯು ಮೂವಿ. ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು. ಸೊ ನೋಡಿದ್ರಲ್ಲ, ಇದಿಷ್ಟು ಪೃಥ್ವಿರಾಜ್ ಸುಕುಮಾರನ್ ಅವರ ಮಾತು. ಕ್ಯಾಮ್ರಾ ಪರ್ಸನ್ ರಮೇಶ್ ಜೊತೆ ಮಂಗಳಾ ರಾಜಗೋಪಾಲ್, TV9 ಬೆಂಗಳೂರು.